Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Easter Sunday. I hope everyone is having a beautiful weekend and that last week was as successful as you hoped it would be. I had a very busy week per usual, which is a good thing. And now we're gonna plan for our first week of April. As I briefly mentioned last week, April's gonna be all about the Sailor Scouts, Sailor Moon, and all the accompanying characters. I have a bunch of stickers that I'd like to use up for this video, for this month. And then we'll see what kind of doodles I can manage, because drawing anime is not my forte. I'm not great at drawing anime. I do enjoy anime very much. Sailor Moon has always been my all-time favorite, and as you guys know, I love Studio Ghibli as well, which you've seen a couple of videos, I believe. Before we get too deep into this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, and share with a friend. Pardon my voice today. I don't know what's going on. I don't feel ill or anything, but I feel like a scratchy throat situation. Almost like I know people don't actually swallow frogs, but that's the way it feels. It feels like I swallowed a frog and like the frog is speaking for me. It's a weird situation this morning. I sound congested, even though I don't feel congested. It is what it is. Sorry for the voice scratchiness. I'm not super proficient with watercolor, and this paper is super absorbent and it absorbs the water really quickly, so it was pretty hard to get like a clean wash of color for some reason. It may have been the wrong brush to use for this paper or this technique that I was trying to do. It worked out a little bit. Everything turned out pretty much okay, but initially it looks like I was making a giant mess on my paper. You'll see that when it dries, it does kind of settle down a little bit. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but it gets the job done. As a chickie update, Pearl is still doing well. I don't expect her to suddenly not do well, but I'll let you guys know if she isn't anytime in the future. Opal is still broody. It's gonna be a thing. Like I've said to my friends in the past, it's like she's broody every 3 to 5 business days, and sometimes it seems longer. This time she did lay 14 eggs before going broody, which usually she only lays about 7 or 8. So I was impressed this time around. She's so cute and fluffy and just silly as heck. Pearl hates it when she's broody. It makes her super angry and she chases her around the yard. Initially, I was planning to do the word April in the Sailor Moon font, but I just didn't have the bandwidth, and I didn't trust myself enough to try to do it, and I didn't think I was gonna manage it and then not have to erase 1,000 times. So I left it as this like cursive kind of hugging this top sticker that I was planning to put here, and I think it worked out. It still gives you like a little like magical feel, I think, and I like how it turned out. My goal for the cover page was to just try to create like a scattered background pattern of Usagi's bed sheets. You'll see a sticker later that I end up using. I wasn't planning to use it initially for the first week of April, but it turned out that I really like this kind of pale purple and then little designs on top, so I ended up using a lot of the details from that as part of my cover page to kind of put alongside the 2 stickers that I wanted to put on the cover page. I think it creates a nice balance of kind of bright, bold stickers and then a soft, subtle background. I don't know if it'll show up in the audio, but there's a vacuum going in the background. It shouldn't last too much longer, and my apologies in advance. When I first started this week, I thought I was gonna do a lot of like bright pinks and stickers that have to do with like brooches and scepters and like empowerment, fight like a girl, but considering what I did to the cover page that looks like Usagi's bed sheets, I wanted to kind of continue that into week 1, and then I think week 2 I'll jump into something brighter, more pink or something. But I think for now you'll see I kind of play with sticker placement and which stickers I want to pick, and then I pull out my giant binder, which if you want to see what's in this binder, there have been some additions since I made that video, but if you want to see that video, I'm going to link it in the card above. It's just a long-winded video of stickers, but if you wish to see that, that is there. You can scrub through it to see if there's something in there that you like. I don't know. Ideas for potential future stickers for you? I don't know. Sometimes I find myself feeling like this is a frivolous thing to be videotaping and to be sharing on the internet, especially when there are more important things to be discussing. And I do watch a lot of true crime videos about the type of things that people do online that they probably shouldn't be doing, and like the ramifications of those things. And I don't want to, I guess the reason why I do this kind of recording and see these more peaceful videos is because I think there needs to be a balance between the darkness of the real world and like the little worlds we make for ourselves at home or in our private spaces. 'Cause I think it's important to create safe spaces that are peaceful and don't create more chaos. And I think that's my general goal here. Here I thought I would challenge myself and try to make the top section of Sailor Moon's head with her little space buns and her tiara that goes across her forehead. So it was a bit of a struggle. I was following visually a drawing of her to see if I could managed to freehand it on the page, which I think I did a pretty good job. There was a point where I noticed that I made her eyelashes, her eyeline, and her eyebrow like real tiny next to the width of her head / tiara, and so I had to erase that a little bit and make her eye the appropriate width for that space, and I think it came out okay. I don't know if many of my followers here are into digital drawing, but I find that it's much easier for me to create an image digitally than it is like on paper. As a kid, I did a pretty good job of making Mickey Mouse, Tigger, Pluto, Goofy, but I don't know, as I got older, I feel like I'm having more trouble than ever before trying to freehand or to draw something from memory, but I love creating things digitally because then even if I make a line, I can always adjust that line. Especially if I'm doing it in Illustrator, it's always like vectors, and so I can adjust those arches and curves and the stroke of the line and everything to fit what my vision is. But on paper, I find it so much more difficult. Let me know down below if you have a similar issue. I was so happy with how the Sailor Moon top of her head was coming out, and like I was so irritated when I noticed that the freaking video had stopped recording, like right as the good part was happening, so I had to do a little cut there, and I was so annoyed. But I do love the way it turned out. I want to keep it monochromatic with the drawings just because otherwise the page will look just too busy with the stickers and a full color drawing. So that's what we're going to do here. For the few people who have been coming back to my videos every week, I really appreciate you. If you could help me out, don't forget to share with a friend, like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, God bless you. You're the best. I'm not religious. I don't know why I said that. I apologize. I hope your first week of April goes well. I hope my first week of April goes well. And I look forward to trying again to meet my goal of 6 miles each week. I did not do well this week or last week. I was just either too busy or there was too much going on or I was too tired. There was always something, but I'm going to try to do better this week. I'm trying to keep myself accountable. I am keeping track of my calorie count. I'm not saying that anyone needs to do that. I'm not trying to tell anyone that they should count their calories because that's important. It's not. It's just one of my few goals because I've noticed that I am a habitual snacker, and that means that I'm ending the day eating more calories than I probably should, and unhealthy ones at that. So I'm just trying to keep that in balance. I'm trying to be healthier, trying to be more active. Some of it's working, some of it's not. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again next week, and have a great week.